We interrupt our regularly scheduled program to bring you this breaking news alert.
We have breaking news in Dearborn with an active and dangerous situation going on with an active shooter there. We're going to listen in for a police update right now.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Corporal Dan Bartok from the Dearborn Police Department, Public Information Officer. We're on scene right now, west downtown, scene of an active situation. We're asking all residents and everyone, please stay out of our west downtown area. At approximately 1:09 this afternoon, our emergency dispatch center received phone calls of a possible shots fired incident at a local hotel. Officers immediately responded to the scene, secured the scene, and started to evacuate patrons and employees of the hotel. Officers continued to investigate the scene and continue to work the scene as they are right now. We have multiple officers on scene, along with multiple law enforcement agencies assisting us at this point. We believe that we have the suspect contained at the location, and officers are negotiating with the suspect at this point. Again, we're asking that everyone stay away from our west downtown area. Michigan Avenue is completely closed off to traffic right now as officers continue to work the scene and make sure that the situation is secured and everyone stays safe.
Do we know what prompted this, or what the beginning of this episode was?
We don't know what initiated the situation. The call came into our emergency dispatch center as a shots fired situation, and we immediately responded to that situation.
How many people have been hurt?
So right now, we have one victim at this point that was transported to a local hospital.
I understand there are a couple of schools in the neighborhood. Did they get locked down?
In the immediate area of this hotel, there is not a school in the immediate area. There's some surrounding the area. Notifications were made appropriately.
As for that victim, some are reporting that there was a fatality. Can you confirm that?
I cannot confirm that we have a fatality. The victim was transported to a local hospital for treatment, and we're actively working the scene.
What are the suspect's demands? Is he talking to his fiancée in the car?
So, of course, we are actively working the scene, and our negotiators are working, trying to resolve this peacefully. And, of course, I can't give you the details of what we're talking about at this point.
Do we know if the victim knew the shooter at this point?
I don't have that information at this point.
Are there any other guests in the hotel still at this point?
I can't confirm that at this point.
So,
we've evacuated quite a few people.
how many shots fired?
We're actively investigating. It's a very fluid situation. I can't give you that information at this point.
Lieutenant Shaw, what is MSP doing to assist at this point?
So at the time that this incident occurred, Dearborn contacted us through our dispatch center asking for our assistance. Currently we're providing aviation support as well as our emergency response team. Our troopers are currently blocking off all of downtown Dearborn, slowly pushing people back. I'm going to reiterate what the corporal said. Usually when we say don't come down here, that gives an indication to people to come down here. This is a dangerous situation. This person is still liable to shoot at people walking in this area. So I cannot say it enough. This is not a safe area. Do not come down to downtown Dearborn just to gawk. It's not safe for you. We're currently working with Dearborn. What they need, we'll give them if we got it. We're currently still working our operations as we normally would out in Michigan as well. So we have enough people that we're able to help out Dearborn and still do our jobs out there.
Is the victim a hotel employee?
We don't know anything about the victim.
And what kind of weapon does the suspect have to your knowledge?
From our understanding, it's a long gun.
So I would think there would be unique challenges in dealing with something like this in a high-density commercial area.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a tough spot anytime that you have any type of shooting anywhere, be it somebody's neighborhood or into a building like this where there's bullets being fired. There's no tracking thing on a bullet. Once the person pulls the trigger, that bullet goes everywhere. So yes, it's super dangerous, and that's why we've taken those preemptive strikes or preemptive statements and preemptive things on social media to remind people to get the heck out of here. There is nothing to see here, and that's a cliche that we use all the time, but really there is nothing to see here at all, and it's very dangerous.
We're very fortunate that we have partnered and reached out to all of our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners. We have multiple jurisdictions on scene assisting us. Of course, this is a challenging situation, but our goal is to make sure that we keep this as safe as possible.
As I understand it, shots were fired, you arrived on the scene, and I mean there were more shots fired after that?
I can't confirm that at this point.
Do we know how many shots?
I don't know that number at this point.
Was this an eviction of this person that led to this?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
So he's still inside right now?
The suspect is still inside the hotel. We have the suspect contained, and we're actively negotiating with the suspect at this point.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Kim Russell, you've been there on the scene all afternoon for us. We just got an update from the police. I know you were talking earlier to some folks that were in town for a concert. They had to be evacuated from the hotel there where these shots were fired. What did they tell you, Kim?
Yeah, it was an absolutely terrifying ordeal for these people. I talked to two people who were in the hotel. They said they were on the 4th floor and suddenly they heard gunshots, a commotion, and they didn't know what to do. They looked outside their room trying to figure out if they should leave, and police said, no, stay in your room. And they waited for a time until police armed came and escorted them out of the hotel to safety. They described what it was like.
I heard some loud noises. I was in the bathroom, and then just shortly after we heard all the sirens and then police down our hallway, and we just wanted to get out of there because we came in town for a concert, so we just wanted to get out of there to be safe. It felt chaotic, but they were doing a really good job communicating, and they had us guarded and everything and had a plan before we even stepped out of our room.
So did police escort you out of your rooms? Tell me about that, what that was like.
I felt safe with them there, but it was just scary, because you never know when somebody could pop out or what could happen.
So again, this is a very active scene out here. Again, we are along Michigan Avenue. This is happening at the Hampton Inn. The area is locked down by police. They say they have a person who shot someone inside the hotel contained, and they are negotiating with that person, that the negotiations are active and ongoing, trying to resolve this peacefully. We'll continue to bring you updates, and police tell us that they plan to give us another update ahead at 4 o'clock, and we will bring that to you.
All right, thanks so much,
Heather.
Kim. Thank you so much, Kim, for keeping us updated. Just to recap, though, this started at about 1:09 p.m. The first call came in with shots fired at this hotel. Police responded immediately. As you can see, there are multiple law enforcement jurisdictions there on scene. We're going to go now to Ali with Mayweather Boxing and Fitness. And Ali, I understand you've been on lockdown in your business, right?
Correct.
Can you tell us what this has been like today, what the police have been telling you?
So from what I'm hearing, I mean, it's just they have a good radius kind of locked down. You can't really come in, you can't really leave. It's just been multiple, lots and lots of police cars all over the scene. It seems like there's an active shooter in the windows. They're kind of trying to stay away from any windows possible. So we're kind of inside the gym right now. Kind of inside and not leaving.
Absolutely. Do you have customers there in the gym with you?
So luckily, we're not actually our gym is not even open. It's probably not going to open for another 2 weeks. So we just have construction workers right now, which are they're all inside. So thankfully, there's not members coming in and out so far.
I'm glad you're safe. I can only imagine how terrifying this first notification was for you. Can you kind of describe what was going through your mind when they were telling you there's somebody firing shots?
For sure. I mean, yeah, it's almost seemed unreal, because in this Dearborn, in a way, kind of doesn't really have this situation often, even at all. So to kind of hear this is kind of, it wasn't believable at first.
Yeah, no, extremely shocking. Now, have you been able to talk to your family and friends to let them know that you're okay?
Yeah, I'm definitely in contact with them constantly. They're, messaging me, asking me what's up. So letting them know. But I'll most likely, hopefully, try to leave the scene when I can.
Have the police given you any kind of timeline on when you might be able to leave the property?
No.
And did you actually hear any of the shots being fired, or you were just alerted that this was happening?
No, just alerted.
Okay, well, we're so glad you're safe, and thank you so much for letting us talk to you and giving us an update from what you're seeing there in Dearborn. Once again, shots fired at this hotel. Police calling this a very active and very dangerous situation. They do say they have the shooting suspect contained at this hotel, the Hampton Inn in Dearborn. There is one victim. This victim was taken to a local hospital. We do not know the condition of the victim at this point. We're also unclear what the relationship was with we were unclear on what the relationship with the victim was with the shooter. We do want to point out here, we're just getting word that Duval Elementary has been placed in soft lockdown. It is not right next to the hotel, but it is somewhat nearby. So police are taking that extra precaution of putting Duval Elementary into a soft lockdown mode right now. Once again, police are on the scene. They're actively negotiating with the shooter. They're trying to see if they can resolve this situation peacefully, but we've had shots fired in Dearborn. Hotel employees and guests have been evacuated. People obviously terrified with what's going on, but police escorted them out of the hotel. Business owners in the area are sheltering in place and in lockdown mode right now. And once again, police asking everyone to please do not go to the downtown Dearborn area, West Dearborn. They do not want anyone coming down there right now, so please heed their warnings and stay away. Of course, we will continue to update you on this very active situation in Dearborn on later editions of 7 Action News and, of course, at WXYZ.com.
This has been a breaking news alert. We now return you to our regularly scheduled program.